because they got going right there that made it happen. I've got a couple others, and I need to have John Cunningham, Patty, and Lynn Warren come on up here right quick for you. I promised that I wouldn't take too much time, because I tell you what, these are interesting stories. While you're coming up on the back of your program, you'll see facts and figures with a misspelled word. Only 10 people looked at that word. Warren did a steady job. Really, he does a steady job, and he's a steady agent. These two agents are in Bill Grayson District. Let me tell you something. They have done it just exactly the way you would want to do it, in my opinion. Both agencies had people, long-time assistants there working in their office. They made a decision in October. Warren made a decision on October the 15th. He said, I think I'd like to be in Bermuda. October the 15th. Now, could he have waited any longer? Yes. Yeah, he could have, right? So he was he could have waited a little longer. Excuse me. He made it too, didn't he? Okay. What he did was he hired Lynn Landis. Lynn is the daughter of Agent Tommy Rutherford in Indianapolis. We moved to Michigan City. Spring and I said, well, we ought to be able to use her. She's echo trained. Boy, she runs the first-class operator. I said, well, have Warren hire her as a sales. Warren, what happened? Yeah, go ahead. Your time is now.
Well, I got to tell you what took place in 1995 for me. Can everybody hear me? This was a year for many changes for my family and my office staff. And one of the three goals...
One of those mics off.
One of the three goals that we had in 1985 was to place $1 million, because I did get off to a fast start in 1985, the first quarter. But there were some other The three goals that I had set in 1985 were, one, to place $1 million worth of life insurance. The second was to build a house. Is it me? Is this better?
Go ahead. We've been having trouble with the ladies all year.
As I said, one of the three goals were to place $1 million worth of life insurance. I did get off to a fast start in 1985, the first 3 months. And we had two other goals in mind. One was to build a house, and the other one was to hire a creative person in our office to help us with sales, life insurance. Let me give you a brief synopsis of what happened in 1985. In May, we sold our home after it had been up for sale for 15 months. And we started to remodel a lake house that we had for 2 years. We found out that it was not feasible for us to remodel it. Termites had eaten away some of the beams, and we had to start from scratch. So we tore the house down in July and started building a new house September the 1st. Meanwhile, my life production slowly went down the tubes. And the rental house that we were living in during the interim was sold out from under us. And we had to prepare to get the new house ready so we could move into it. So what we did was we moved it to the lower level of our new house undone, and that was on October the 12th. So it was a tough year with everything involved. So we moved twice, we're building the house, They're now living in the lower level and they're building a house around us. And I'm still thinking about my $1 million that I had to get placed to put in a year. Well, the other goal was to hire a gal, very fortunate to have her. We found Lynn Lannister, she found us. And we hired her in September of 1985. We're doing nothing more than assisting me in creative selling, ex-dating, setting up appointments and interviews for life insurance. On October 1st, we started with our plan. We started working with Lynn on ex-dating and setting up life insurance appointments, doing matchmakers on a regular basis. On October the 15th, I looked at my life insurance statement. It made me sick. I had $682,000 of paid for volume with only 18 policies placed. So we knew we had our work cut out for us. Through the help of Lynn in setting up our appointments and organization, we began to work our plan. And along with our plan, State Farm came out with the early pay mortgage concept and also the female market, of which we tied into our life insurance production. So Lynn and I kept in touch on a daily basis. And that is that on a daily basis, we got together and we said, how much do we have? How much do we need? And how many more appointments do we need to get there? And Lynn kept track of all of our lifestyles, our appointments. She worked the early pay mortgage concept. And this is how our early pay mortgage concept worked out. But Lynn, you want to tell a little bit how you did the...
We were sent out the letters, I think most of you just had them sent out, and we had probably better than normal response to the cards that were sent back in. And we made sure that we filled out the matchmaker, the early pay matchmaker. We don't have an access, so we didn't have our work cut out for us. It took quite a bit longer to get things organized. So we would send in 3 matchmakers, one the early pay, one with absolutely no writers on it, and then to cover the spouses, we put one in with a writer, so they have all the options ready. Once we got the matchmakers back, then we set up the appointments and had them come in. I think one thing that we had to really be careful of and make sure we did was to get all the options, because if someone came in and they weren't impressed with it, we couldn't really turn around and show them what the results were going to be if we did it in one of them, because we make sure we covered everything the first time.
Very good. And what we did, we selected 110 new clients for the early pay mortgage concept. That's how many letters went out. We actually got back 32 of them, which statistically it wasn't too bad, about 28 to 30% response. And Lynn immediately followed up on all these cards that we returned. And she did a lot of things to help us get the interview. One, she called immediately and got the appointment, thanked them for sending in the card, for returning the card, and said that there was a road atlas available for them, no obligation. And whether they bought from us or not, they were entitled to vote on it. So that was one way to get into the office. We had been set up, we had about 45 interviews. Let me tell you, we started late in the year. It was the end of October before we really got rolling, because Lynn was new and we were trying to get our act together. And we actually had 45 interviews. We ended up placing over $2 million. And we submitted approximately $10,000 of premium from October 30th through December 23rd. So we ended up with about $17,500 of premium. And it was all because of this gal right here. She's a super gal. And this is the whole key, I believe, to success, is having your staff involved. And we had a lot of fun. And we carried on to my other secretary, and she got involved. And she started making appointments. And we made the trip.